Yo, what's up guys, it's Ice here, and in today's video, I'll be introducing to you guys the brand new GOBLINSTEIN graveyard deck for those who don't have the most recent evils in the game, such as the evil baby dragon, the evil furnace, or the evil witch. Feel free to switch between Princess Tower and the Cannoneer Tower in this deck, although I feel Cannoneer is better overall in the meta, considering the amount of Royal Chefs beatdown decks that you're gonna face. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and we will hop into our first game here. We're up against Grow here. You can just bar barrel the tower for our first play. He does have the evil furnace with the Princess Tower, so if he had the Royal Chef, I would assume that he has Goblin Giant, but if he has the evil furnace with the Princess Tower, and he also has the evil Valkyrie, so this is probably going to be a graveyard mirror matchup, which is going to be pretty bad because he has the Princess Tower, and also we don't have the broken evos in this deck. We only have the evil cannon and the evil Valkyrie. And he has the Goblin Hut too, which is going to be pretty annoying if we don't poison the Goblin Hut like that. He does go for the poison on the GOBLINSTEIN monster. Interestingly, he will probably have the Vine spell as well, although we have it on our side as well. We can go for a cannon here to cycle to an Evo. So this deck is quite similar to the deck that we used to have, but we just switched the evil Valk instead of the evil cannon, evil Knight, sorry, and we have the Vines instead of the guards. Considering the vines are very broken and synergizes really well with the graveyard spell. So he does go for the evil Valkyrie at the back. He cycled 2 furnaces and also 2 Valkyries, meaning that he has both of his evos ready for his next push. So this could be somehow a challenge to defend. Yeah, we can just GOBLINSTEIN for the left side, and he will probably poison the GOBLINSTEIN because he doesn't want us to utilize the 3-card cycle. Yeah, there's the poison. And now here, I think we can go for a graveyard because he wasted his poison on our GOBLINSTEIN, so he doesn't have poison for defense. And we have the Vine Spill to freeze the Berserker and the tower for a few seconds here. We can go for an Ice Wizard on top of those Spear Gobs on the left side. And we can eat those Spear Gobs on the right side because we will have our Cannoneer Tower saving us from those Fire Spirits getting a lock on the tower. Hopefully the Bar Barrel does clear out the furnace. Perfect. The Bar Barrel is a really good counter versus the furnace. So whenever you have the Bar Barrel in cycle, then just use it so that it counters the furnace pretty well. And here he goes for the poison on the GOBLINSTEIN once again because GOBLINSTEIN 3-card cycle is going to be annoying for him. Nice, we catch the Goblin Hut as well, so that's going to be a lot of damage. Although he has the evil Valkyrie in cycle right now. You can go for an evil cannon to clear out that evil Valkyrie. Very nice evil cannon. We can go for GOBLINSTEIN plus ability straight away. Even if he vines this, I think it's going to be fine. He doesn't go for a vines. He goes for poison for our GOBLINSTEIN. So he doesn't have poison for graveyard defense here, although we have to go for poison since he went for hut on defense and we don't have the ability to take care of those Spear Gobs from the Goblin Hut. We can go for an Ice Wizard on the left side for his Valkyrie, and if he goes for graveyard, actually we can go for GOBLINSTEIN plus ability like straight away. Okay, he does go for the vines, but the ability does go on, like thankfully on our end. We can go for a graveyard on the left side with the Bar Barrel to tank for it. He has to go for a Valkyrie like that. We can go for a poison on top of the Goblin Hut. Vines the very last second so that the skeletons could get some chip damage. Yeah, the skeletons do get some very nice chip damage on the tower. If he goes for a graveyard right now, we have the Valkyrie. For the graveyard, we can go for a cannon. He does go for the vines very early, so we can go for a cannon plus Ice Wizard to clear that up pretty easily here. And the Cannoneer Tower is gonna defend the Valkyrie pretty well on the left side as well. We are losing by 300 HP, but considering that we were like 700 HP behind because he has the Princess Tower and we have the Cannoneer, this is a very good position that we are in. We can go for a Vine Spill right there. We do catch the evil Valk and the Berserker as well, leading us to get a very nice chip damage from the skeletons. We can go for a cannon, try to bait out the Vine Spill on the cannon. He does go for the Vine Spill on the cannon. He misses the evil Valkyrie because we went for evil Valkyrie on the last second. We can go for a graveyard plus poison. We can go for a vine last second on that Valkyrie and the Barbarian from the Barbarian Barrel. And he does go for the Vine Spell on defense, but the tower is down to 38, so we can go for a GOBLINSTEIN. Predicting his graveyard. We can go for a poison to take the game. Very nice win, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In our next game here, up against Grady. What a surprise, guys! We are facing the Royal Chef Tower. The Royal Chef Tower is really popular in top ladder right now since it's super broken. It synergizes really well with the Broken Vine spell, and also the Evil Baby Dragon plus Golem or the Goblin Giant synergizes really well because the Golem or the Goblin Giant will just reach your tower in less than a second. He does have the Evil Furnace here as well. So this is going to be some kind of beatdown deck. I would assume that it's going to be Golem since that is what they usually play. We can go for a Vine Spell here for the Baby Dragon plus the Furnace here. And that will take care of the Furnace as well. Okay, we can just go for a Barbarian Barrel. So just in case that the Furnace could spawn one Fire Spirit. Yeah, so the Pancake is wasted on the minion. You can go for a Goblin which perfectly counters the minions in time. But the Goblin Machine is going to be very annoying because one Goblin Machine Rocket and the Vine Spell takes care of the Ice Wizard and also the Goblin Doctor. We can go for a very nice ability here on top of the Goblin Machine plus the Mini P.E.K.K.A. so that the Mini P.E.K.K.A. would die right here. We can go for a Valkyrie on top of the Goblin Machine, and we can just wait for the Furnace to reach the bridge, and we can go for a Barbarian Barrel here. The Fire Spirit will die to the Cannoneer Tower. Very nice, and we can go for a Barb Barrel like this so that it perfectly counters it. And here, I think we had a pretty good start considering that he places Mini P.E.K.K.A. on top of our Goblin, but the Mini P.E.K.K.A. targeted the skeletons from the graveyard, which led our Goblin to reach the tower, get a very nice Goblin ability value, and etc. It's always very important for you to get those Goblin ability values. You can just go for Goblin ability here, even if it did not reach the tower, because the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Goblin Machine is going to be very annoying. And we can go for Evil Valkyrie here actually, and the Evil Valkyrie is actually going to pull the Evil Baby Dragon on spot of the Cannoneer Tower, and it's going to be very helpful. The Evil Valkyrie does pull the Evil Furnace in as well, although we placed our Poison Spell, so it's going to die anyways, but it killed the Evil Furnace way before it had to die. But we can go for a very late cannon here. The Goblin Doctor and the Ice Wizard is slowing down that very nicely. And also the reason why we use Valkyrie in this deck is because it synergizes really well with the Vine Spell. You can just Vines plus Evil Valkyrie or just a normal Valkyrie to take care of almost all of the beatdown pushes. It's just so good in terms of value and exchange in elixir. We can go for Goblin on the side of the Golem. He does have the Evil Baby Dragon, so this Golem is going to be very tricky for us to defend. We can go for a Vine Spell though, and look at that, bro. So he went for Evil Baby Dragon. We placed our Vine Spell, and the cannon targeted the Baby Dragon, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, that's ClashRoyale in 2025, I guess. But we are in a very good lead here as well. The only possible way that we could actually lose this is in single elixir, where we don't have cannon and cycle, and he does go for everything in for his first push. Then we can lose. But in other cases, I think we should be able to win in most cases. The Evil Valkyrie does take care of the Baby Dragon as well, and the Evil Valkyrie is still alive, so it just pulls pulls the Golem until it dies and just is split into two Golemites. You can go for a Valkyrie at the bridge, go for a Graveyard. We can get a nice Poison Spell. If he goes for minions, we can go for a Vines. Yeah, he gave up, guys. Very nice win. We can go for a Vines to take the game, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game here, we're against OPL RW. He does have the Princess Tower, surprisingly. I don't know what he's playing, but we can go for a Barbarian Barrel on our first play here. He does have the minions here, so if he has minions, it could be Loon, honestly. I'm not too sure, though. We can go for Goblin on top of the Miner, like that. Very nice. So if he has Miner, Loon, but with minions, yeah, he does have the Evil Baby Dragon as well, and the Evil Cage. So this is probably going to be the newest variation of the Pompeo deck. It has the Evil Cage. It does not have the Fireball no more. Okay, that was a very bad ability. I thought that ability will kill the Baby Dragon as well. But anyways, we can go for a Cannon here on top of the balloon, we can vines last second so that the cannon can also target the loon, and we can go for an ice wizard on top. Okay, very nice vines from him because we don't have we have the cannoneer tower, which is bad versus swarm, and the 2 minions did a lot of damage on the tower. It's already down to 1704. Although our Valkyrie did a great job on the left side, it got like 3 to 4 swings. It's down to 3666, 3266, sorry. And he has a Berserker as well, and he has Evil Cage next, which means that our next tank is going to be pretty much useless. We can go for a Valkyrie here, predicting his minor. We do fail the prediction, unfortunately, but this is fine. I think it's still winnable if we go for a tower trading situation. Okay, he does go for the Evil Cage at the middle. We can go for Golem at the back in that case. We can go for a Vine Spill so that the Valkyrie could take care of the the Goblin Cage monster, sorry. And we can go for an Ice Wizard here to try to defend this push, I think. Okay, he does go for the vines as well, so we can just give him the tower. We can go for a Barbarian Barrel here. He does go for the minions out of range of the Goblinstein. So that's a lot of damage actually. He does go for the Berserker as well. And the tower is down to 1354, meaning that we could actually take the tower and make this into a tower trade situation. We can go for Valkyrie plus Graveyard here because he doesn't have minions in cycle. He does go for the cage on the front, but the Evil Valkyrie is gonna take care of it in no time. We can go for vines on our side as well. The Valkyrie does get 2 swings and takes the tower. Very nice. So in this case, I think we are able to take the game. We can go for an Ice Wizard like this, and we can go for an Evil Cannon so that we push the balloon to DPS it down. Very nice. And I don't think that gets any damage on the tower, not even the death damage. So here, the only thing that we have to worry about is going for aggressive graveyards, which we will probably not, because we can just cycle our troops from the back of the board because he doesn't have a big spell. He only has vines. So we can go for a Barbarian Barrel on the minor. He does take out the Goblinstein monster, meaning that we don't have the 3-card cycle, but we can just cycle to another one. And if we reach triple elixir, I think we have a pretty good chance because we can cycle our graveyards while we are stacking troops on our side of the board at the same time. We can go for a Goblinstein like this. We can go for an Ice Wizard. He does go for the Miner to try to catch the Goblinstein. He does not this time because the Miner is on top of the Goblinstein monster itself, not the Goblinstein Doctor. So I think we have a good graveyard push here because we have a lot of troops going to the King Tower as well. And we can go for a Vine Spill to take care of 2 of the minions, and it's gonna do a lot of damage, I think. Yeah, it's very nice chip damage. We can go for ability 2 to just get rid of that Evil Baby Dragon. It's gonna be very, very tricky for us to defend if he tries to go for the Loon push with the Evil Baby Dragon. And we can go for a Valkyrie here to pull the Miner. A lot of damage is dealt to our King Tower as well, so we do have to watch out for that. We can go for a Vine Spill on top of the minions because it's going to be tricky. We can't go for poison. And here we have the Evil Cannon here to hit the Goblin Cage, the Baby Dragon, and everything here. Pretty nice. And the cannon did DPS the Miner down, and the Miner and the Loon, sorry, did not reach the tower. You can go for a poison plus Graveyard here. We can go for a cannon to kite the Loon. We can go for an Ice Wizard on top of that. He did go for a very nice defense, but we are still in the lead. I think we can just go for vines on top of the minions. Okay, we can go for an Evil Valkyrie like this. Okay, we can just go for an Ice Wizard on top of this Berserker, and we can just vines last second to take the game. Let's go. Very nice win, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next game. So in our next game here, up against Sharky, I am pretty sure that this guy plays Lava Lightning because he's a one-trick. So this is going to be a very tough matchup as well. He does go for the Flying Machine at the back. We have pretty much no answer to the Flying Machine, so we have to poison it every time. Or we have to go for Vines plus Barbarian Barrel or a Valkyrie to take care of it, which is going to be pretty annoying. But I think we have a chance if he just messes up his defense, and we can get a very nice Vine Spell on top of his tower with the Graveyard. Then we could maybe have a chance, but this is going to be a very, very tricky matchup. He does go for the lightning spell like that. We can go for a cannon. Wait, why does that go to the tower, guys? No way. Wait, we're in a very bad spot. It's already down to 21-14. We're already down 2k damage with not a single lava push. But okay, never give up. The number one lesson that you have to know when you're playing Clash Royale is just not giving up, I think. We can go for a Valkyrie at the back. We can go for a Goblin here as well because he doesn't have lightning in cycle yet. We have a quicker cycle than him. So, and we also have the 3-card cycle. So we just have to utilize that to the maximum of our ability. He does go for a very interesting guard. So in this case, he doesn't have guards for our Golem monster. So we can just wait to use the ability on top of the Lava Hound to take care of the pups. And also, okay, the Goblin monster did reach the tower. So it did some damage on the monster as well. While we also got some damage on the Brawler as well. We can go for an Ice Wizard last second. The tower is already down to 16-14 because of the stupid interaction that we got in the first push. But it's going to be fine. We can go for a... Graveyard push here. We can go for a Vine spell, taking care of the 1 minions and also freezing the tower and the Valkyrie. And the Ice Wizard will take care of the 2 minions, hopefully. Yeah, it does take care of it. So we can go for Goblin here. Trying to bait his lightning, I think. Just go for, if he goes for lightning just straight away, it's going to be good for us. Yeah, he does go for the lightning here. We can get a Valkyrie down like this, get a Graveyard because he doesn't have Evil Cage. He only has he only has a normal one because he used it. In his previous push. We can go for an Ice Wizard on top of the Lava Hound to slow it down. Nice, the Goblin monster is on the tower. Okay, very nice. We can go for a Goblin like this to tank for the Flying Machine. Get a very nice ability down where he vines just right in time. We can go for a Valkyrie like this. Okay, he does go for the lightning. It's down to 316, meaning that we need to take his tower in this Graveyard push, guys. Wait, we have Divine Spell as well, so we just need to wait that we hit 10 Elixir. We can go for a Graveyard plus Bar Barrel. He does try to bridge block with the Evil Cage, and we get Vines last second, predicting his Valkyrie. 3, 2, 1. Wait, he went for a very bad Valkyrie. Wait, Skeleton spawned on the behind of the tower, guys. Very nice win. And I'll see you guys in the next game. In our next game, you're up against Electrify. He has the Princess Tower as well. So he does go for the skeletons as well. So this is either going to be some kind of hog or drill. It's going to be a cycle deck. He does have the evil snowball. So this is probably going to be drill. And I think having the Valkyrie is really helpful versus drill, especially because of the splash. And also the knight isn't really good versus the drill. And I'm pretty sure that he's gonna drill like right now. Yeah, he does go for the Berserker as well. So we can pre-Valkyrie and we can Vines on the bridge so that it does not cross the bridge in time. Very nice defense, guys. Like that was the perfect defense that you could just ever imagine. And we can go for a Graveyard here. I think he doesn't have a big spell probably because normally drill decks don't run with a big spell recently because they have to use Divine Spell. Yeah, he does have the delivery, so I am expecting no big spell in his deck, but we just have to watch out until the last second. So I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have Rocket at least because he has the delivery. So it's either gonna be Vines or it's gonna be Poison. He does go for the very interesting Snowball there. So he does have the Evil Snowball next. So versus drill, the number one thing that you need to consider is the Evil Snowball cycle, because the Evil Snowball is probably the only threat that your opponent has, because you have more threats on your hand. You have Divine Spell, you have the Graveyard or RNG, and just need to watch out for those Evil Snowball pushes and it's going to be fine. We can go for a Poison here because I don't think there's a need to go for a Graveyard. It's just best to go for the Poison spell on top of the Furnace. We do force out the Evil Snowball on defense as well, which is very good. So you need to cycle 2 more Snowballs to get to an Evil. And here he does try to switch lanes because it is better for Graveyard to go for the same lane because we can just defend and make a counter push like that. So in top ladder, a lot of drill players try to switch lanes. Even if they have like 1,000 damage dealt on the tower, they try to switch lanes because that's probably their only chance to win. He does have the Poison spell, interesting here. So he does have the big spell, but it's not Rocket, so it's gonna be fine. We can get a Barbarian Barrel trying to predict his skeletons. Yeah, he does go for the skeletons, try to DPS the Goblin monster down. That is still a lot of damage on the tower, considering the elixir that he spent. We can go for an Ice Wizard, get a cannon. He's probably going to drill at the front. Yeah, he does go for the drill at the front. The Goblin will probably be pushed. Yeah, it does get one stab, but that's inevitable. We didn't have any small units in cycle. He fails the King Tower activation, but yeah. And that's a lot of damage. He has to go for a delivery last second, so we can Vines on top of the delivery, get a poison spell down, and I think that will reach the tower so we can pop the ability up. It will not be 100% ability, but still it's a very nice chip damage. And also we DPS the Berserker down so that the Cannoneer could take it very nicely. We can go for a cannon on top like this. We can get a Valkyrie like this as well. Very nice evil snowball from him. We do allow one Fire Spirit connection as well, but I think we are completely fine. We just need to keep on pressuring, and we can't let him just cycle immediately a drill after drill. We can go for a Vine Spell on defense like this so that the 3 goblins from the Goblin drill is just removed from the game. Look how he went for 2 drills and he's almost back in the lead. Not quite, but I mean almost, because we had a very, very big lead. And we can go for a Graveyard because we can't just defend forever, guys. We need to take the game here. And here, I think we can go for a cannon on top, just predicting his drill. Very nice. That's going to full counter it, so he doesn't have the poison spell. Now we can go for a Goblinstein Graveyard. We can pull up the ability to take care of the cannon, the Berserker, and the skeletons. Get a Vine spell last second, and that's going to be good game, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video today. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.